It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wild Card Weekend. It's the Chiefs and the Broncos on Sunday night.
As far as home field advantages go in the playoffs, there are few places tougher on a visiting team than this one. Sold out Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Denver Broncos. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp.
The third of 3 games to finish up this Sunday. We might save the best for last. And off we go here in the wild card round. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against his secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
A nice start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick first down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. That's laid out deep for Rice. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. As you can see, they're not operating at full health today, partner. That's been a big story the last couple of weeks. But the bottom line, their record is solid, and you know that this is still a very dangerous team, even with those guys missing.
What they have shown us throughout this season is that this team has stayed focused, and some injuries, they're just not going to derail the momentum they've built up all season long. They continue to go out there and play and give their best performances. Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Mahomes completes it to Jennings. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 20-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Now here's Mahomes. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Jennings. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown. Kansas City from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Extra point up and good by Shudak. And that makes the score 7-0. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And he comes into these playoffs bringing a team that's been battle-tested, won the division, and earned the home playoff game here in round 1. But every year they know that a division champ, it feels like, gets beat. They don't want to be that team. They have to avoid the overconfidence and make sure they play the same way they played during the regular season, mistake-free and with passion.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Lance to throw it. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, they just watched the other team take the ball downfield and score, so they knew that this drive, this opening drive, was on them. And, boy, that was important to pick up that 1st down there and keep this one going.
Got his man. It's Dulcich. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this will be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Now 3rd down and 7. And again, it's Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 32-yard line. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Quan Martin there on the tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now 2nd and 5. Now Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 17-yard line.
First down, Chiefs.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Mahomes now to throw. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. Touchdown! Kadarius Toney, 27 yards. And the Chiefs are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Extra point up and good by Shudak. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
On the option to give to Williams here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
And this is what you want to do in the first half of a playoff game. Get the running game established. He was a big part of their run to a division title. So they're going to rely on him to carry a heavy load here in the playoffs. He rips off a nice run there.
He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Here's Lance. And he whips that one incomplete there. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Off of play action, here's Lance. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That's good for 28 yards. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. Shedding through the defense. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Lance to throw on 3rd and 1. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, you have to be aware defensively that you've got 2 goals because obviously you're trying to prevent the touchdown, but you're also trying to keep it from getting a first down as well. That time they weren't up to the task, and it's 1st and goal.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
At the Chiefs' 3-yard line.
Williams. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
McLaughlin. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They run. It's Williams. He's fighting, but they're not going to let him in. Stopped at the 2-yard line. Williams can't punch it in on 4th and goal. And the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. That's only the 2nd quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I don't want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
And finally taken out of bounds all the way up near midfield. A big play there for KC. 46 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. He was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Denver's offense now set to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 61 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And this time the yards won't come so easy, as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Lance. Quickly into the hands of Mims. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 24-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they are panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He completes this to Sutton. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Chiefs' 18-yard line.
To throw, it's Lance. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. And Lance now to throw. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And he will have the Broncos first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now Lance throwing on second down. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
4 yards. That's good for a Denver Broncos.
Lance looking to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help.
And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Broncos are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. On first down, Mahomes. That'll be caught by Rice. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw complete there to Rice. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And they're going to have a first down and also well into field goal range, all the way down to the 15 here.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This from 32 yards away. And his kick here is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Taken at the goal line. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. The last of our 3 games on this Sunday. One more to follow tomorrow night as we wrap up a very exciting 3 days of Super Wild Card Weekend. Meanwhile, in our game, it took a little while to get settled in, but we were in for a battle royale in this second half. And to call the action, let's go back to the guys who've been there all year, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Broncos offense set to begin this third quarter. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
A give to Williams, running right. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw taken in by Sutton. So the completion good for just 3. And just like that, it's third down.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing now is Lance. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sutton. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Lance going to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Franklin. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
And less than a yard.
They'll try and run forward Janovich. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down of this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2. If they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage. But since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell. Here's 2nd and 10.
At the 15-yard line.
Throwing now is Mahomes. That's complete to Tony. So 8 yards on the completion there, and now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And Mahomes with the throw, it's caught by Rice. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. Now Mahomes. And that'll be caught by Tony. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Darius Tony. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 37-yard line.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. They'll go down as a gain of 6, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. This is Jennings. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 17-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now here's Mahomes. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Mahomes now to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Juwan Jennings, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point up and good by Shudak. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Working from the gun, Lance. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Here's Lance. And this one complete again to Mims. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 2. And Lance now to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
Desperation time here. Lance. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. This one not in the win column just yet, but on the road is the 6th seed. They are close to pulling off the upset.
Yeah, I don't want to jinx them. I'm like you. It's not over yet, but I'm going to go ahead and project here. Win this one. Think about the momentum now that you carry, right? You carry that forward. And look, home field's a big deal in the playoffs, but the really good teams, and we've seen it plenty of times in NFL history, they can go on the road and win. And a win here would allow them to do exactly that.
Of course, the road doesn't get much easier as you have to face the top seed next week, but they'll deal with that then.
Hey, they'll take this win and take on the top seed anywhere because they're still in the playoffs and still alive for a chance at the Super Bowl.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked off by Drew Sanders. down to the 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this fourth quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Here's Mahomes to throw. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 60 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
Mahomes now on first down. That's laid out deep for Rice. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. A big play there for KC. 42 yards.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A handoff now for Pacheco. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The ball on the 8 still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7. Mahomes going to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Juwan Jennings, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point up and good by Shudak. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Lance. This one swung out to Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. And they're going to speed things up here. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Franklin. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. Again, it's Lance. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. That is caught. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And Lance going to throw. And this is incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Complete to Javonte Williams.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
No gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And I know it's hard to find solace on one side when the season ends, no matter where it ends, but especially in the playoffs because there's all that build up to the moment. But I would imagine the post-game locker room speech, it'll have a pretty positive spin.
It should. They've made a heck of a run to get to the playoffs and have that chance to advance, even though they didn't. But you're right about how much it's going to hurt because when you work that hard to get this far, it hurts just a little bit more. No matter when your season ends, it's a downer. But in this case, even more so because you had your eyes on the big prize, which was the Lombardi Trophy.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Denver, good night, everybody.